In a realm where imagination reigns, players face off in a challenge like no other. Welcome, brave builders, esports enthusiasts, and creative competitors to Minecraft Education's Build Battle Worlds. Build Battle Worlds are designed to provide an arena for head-to-head team build competition based on a prompt provided by the educator or the host. These build challenges test the collaboration, cooperation, time management, and critical thinking skills of the players, while also giving the host the tools they need to manage an academic competition in a shared Minecraft education environment. In this video, we'll take a look at the Build Battle Worlds Minecraft Education has to offer, show you exactly where to find them, and walk you through the simple steps to host a world for a multiplayer head-to-head build challenge. To locate the esports worlds from the Minecraft Education home screen, click Play. Select View Library from the top right window, and then Subject Kits in the top left. From here, look for the Esports Subject Kit. Once you select the Esports Subject Kit, you will see 3 windows: Build Battles, Speed Runs, and the Challenge Series. We'll be focusing on Build Battles for this video. In the Build Battles category, you will see a number of pre-made worlds with different themes. While these worlds have different names and appearances, they all offer the same core functionality and experience. The tools featured in these maps are designed to streamline the head-to-head build challenge experience, offering a designated build space, timers, and tools to manage players. Let's take a closer look. Heading into the Build Battle category of the Lesson Library, we find a variety of worlds. Let's start by selecting one example, like Splat Racers, and have a look at the features of the world, and also take a step-by-step walkthrough of the functionality to get you started on the process of hosting a head-to-head build challenge. This world, like other Build Battle worlds, offers a set of features that streamline the process for a host of a head-to-head build battle, while also ensuring that players stay in their roles as builders or spectators. In the Splat Racers world, we will find a shared space for teams and spectators to see what all teams are creating, game and team management tools for the world host in the form of interactable characters, an adjustable in-game timer, and team build plates that provide a specific area for each team to build and create. These build plates provide a space for teams to create without interruption, as spectators and members of the opposing team cannot enter these areas during the match time. Additionally, the teams cannot send anything out of their build area that might disrupt the other team or the world. This means mobs, such as chickens and cows, will be eliminated from the world if they wander outside the build area, and teams cannot launch projectiles, such as arrows and tridents, outside their build plate. Water and lava won't flow out of these areas either. As the host in the world you have started, you can be identified as the administrator by the crown icon floating above your head. Let's walk through the process of hosting our world, inviting players, and going through each step of running a competitive match in our Build Battle world. First, let's turn on hosting so that we can invite the players into the game. From inside our world, we will press Escape, which brings up the player menu. Click on the right-hand tab to select Start Hosting, which will create a join code. Share this code, which is a series of 3 to 4 images, with the students you would like to join your world. Now that students have the join code, they will need to input it. From the play screen, students will click Join World. They will then enter the code by clicking the images in the correct order of the code. Students will be prompted to confirm the world they are going to join, and if it is correct, click Confirm to join. Once you begin hosting, players will begin to join your game. As players join the world, they will see the registration desk directly in front of them, just like you did. By interacting with the character at the desk, they can select the team they wish to join, or choose to be a spectator. In most cases, these teams are decided before students join the world, and it is the host's responsibility to ensure that players have selected appropriate teams. The world has several features to assist in making sure teams are joined correctly. First, as each player joins their team, they will be equipped with armor that corresponds to their team color, making it easy to see who has chosen each team. Additionally, the text on the right side of the screen will alternate between the team lists for a quick look at the players on each roster. Players who choose spectator will be able to watch the build competition from within the world, but will not be able to influence the build spaces. If the teams are not correct and you need to begin the registration process again, the host can interact with the character at the registration desk to reset the teams and have the players choose their roles again before play begins. Each build battle world contains a large timer that represents the time allocated and remaining for the match. This timer should be set before the match begins and can be adjusted during the match. Follow these steps to set the timer in preparation for the match. Select Set Time from the character at the registration desk. You will be teleported to face the large timer displayed in the world. The controls for the timer are directly in front of you. To adjust the time, click or interact with the timer control buttons to add or subtract time in 1, 5, and 10-minute increments. Once the timer is set and your teams have been chosen, you are ready to start game. Visit the character at the registration desk and select the Start Game button to begin the match. When you start the match, a few things will happen. First, players will be teleported to the build area that matches the color of their team. Players will be in creative mode and ready to build. This means they will have access to all the items in their inventory, with a few exceptions. Spectators, on the other hand, will be in adventure mode with the ability to fly, so they can move about the world without the ability to place any blocks. They will also be equipped with a spyglass, so they can get a close look at the action without entering the build plates. Player detection will be activated to prevent opposing teams from accessing each other's build areas. If a player tries to enter the opposing team build area, they will be teleported back to their team's build. Spectators will be teleported to a central location if they attempt to enter any build area. Now that the match is underway, it is up to the players to use the time they have to successfully complete the prompt provided by the educator or esports coach. There are 2 ways to end the match. When the build timer reaches 0, the judging phase will be activated. This activates the judge character at the desk. Additionally, while the build phase is still underway, the host can visit the referee character at the table and select End Round to immediately end the build phase and proceed to the judge character. Once the match is complete, players will no longer have the ability to build, and all players and spectators can now move freely to observe the builds without damaging them. This gives each team the opportunity to present their build to the judges or teacher. Like with the build challenges, scoring can be done with a rubric aligned to the build prompt. There is no time limit provided by the world for judging, so this can vary depending on the needs of the challenge or event. While the host and any other judges are scoring and deliberating, the spectators can interact with the judge to pick their fan favorite. While this does not need to be considered when making a selection based on the rubric, it is a good way to see what the spectators' thoughts are of the final designs. You, as the host, also have the opportunity to unlock the builds for export when the round has ended. By interacting with the judge, you can provide access to the structure blocks at this time. Players and spectators can now interact with the structure blocks on either side of the desk to download the builds. These files can be used to 3D print, import into presentations, and more. After you have determined the winning team, you can visit the judge character and click the Pick a Winner button and choose the correct winning team color. This will present the winner with a title and fireworks to everyone in the game, as well as present a trophy above their heads. After the round is over and the winner has been announced, you can return to the registration desk to begin the process again. One more thing. You may have noticed when you first interacted with the registration desk as the host, you had the option to Get Admin Key. This will give you an item that looks like the crown in your inventory. The admin key will allow you to give administrative control to other players in the world by using the item on those players. This is helpful if you have additional judges or administrators helping with the in-game experience. If you want to remove those privileges, just use the item on them again, and they will be returned to player status. This functionality is limited to the host, so even if players manage to acquire an admin key in their inventory, they can't use it on themselves or others. The Creative Coliseum is a larger build battle world, featuring 6 build plates. The esports arena theme is great for building excitement for larger competitive experiences. While the features are near identical to the other build battle worlds, there is a minor adjustment to the team selection menu, where players can choose from not 2, but 6 teams. Just like the other build battles reviewed to this point, players will receive armor that corresponds with their chosen team color, and the team rosters continue to be rotated in the top right. Within the build battle category, you will also find 2 practice plaza maps. These maps are available to help players prepare for competitive build challenges by offering an identically sized build space and timer. Unlike other build battle worlds, however, the practice plazas offer less structure, providing a more casual environment for players to experiment. We know that coding can be an important aspect of many Minecraft challenges, and you can still have students code within your maps and compete. But the most effective and accessible way to do so is in worlds hosted by each team independently. Coding works best when students have complete control of their own world, including commands and game settings. If you do want to allow your students to code in live multiplayer competition, you will have to allow cheats and enable Code Builder. So be aware that the fair and equitable features built into the build battle maps will no longer work as intended. This wraps up our brief journey through the build battle worlds of Minecraft education. We've navigated the exciting worlds available, pinpointed their locations in the lesson library, and guided you through the effortless process of setting up your own world for an exhilarating multiplayer challenge. We've delved into the roles of host, player, and spectator, showcasing the essential steps from the initial setup to the thrilling moment of declaring a winner. Remember, in the fast-paced world of esports, every second counts. Now that you're equipped with the knowledge, dive in and let the build battles begin.